It's been almost a decade since I answered a call that God placed on my heart. The call at the time was to be a voice for racial reconciliation in the city of Cincinnati. Undivided was an idea that was yet to come, but God put that calling on my heart, and all I knew was that I needed to step out and begin to follow what He had for me. And that obedience led me to a team of people who shared a common vision around racial healing, solidarity, and justice. And that team of people creating an experience that we did just in our local church in Cincinnati, Ohio for about 5 or 6 years. And yet God had something bigger in mind. And in 2020, I had to answer another call. That call was connected to the racial reckoning that was happening in our country all over. And God said, it's time to take this vision that I've given you for one church and expand it to the church. And that's what Undivided has been. It's been a simple response, and I hope an obedient response to God's call to pursue His heart for racial healing and for racial justice. And God's not done. I could not have envisioned that here we are with hub cities emerging. And here we are with a growing team of people. Here we are with incredible new content and experiences that take people on journeys of racial healing and care and all of those things. But it all goes back to the step of obedience that I felt prompted to take. And here's what I believe about Undivided. I believe God has bigger visions for Undivided than He could ever give me alone, than He could ever give our existing team alone. And so that means I believe that God is calling you to be a part of this work as well. What would it look like for you to say yes to the inkling, to the urge, to the prompting, maybe to the brokenness in your heart that you feel around racial injustice? And what would it look like to just say, God, whatever that next step is, I'm in. We want to be a place for you to realize that vision because you're a part of the dream that God has. You're part of the dream that God has for how this can change. And so whether that looks like you stepping into leadership or maybe it looks like you helping to fuel this mission, I want to invite you to say yes to God's dream for you, because you never know where it's going to lead you. But one of the things we do know is it will lead more and more people to the heart of a loving God who cares deeply about justice and who cares deeply about you.